I be Toto Mechanic here. No panic here. I be Toto Mechanic. I just want to make up for not let.
In April 2025, words couldn't describe the disappointment from Tuface Idibia's fans when he released a new single titled Toto Mechanic. Given his reputation as a womaniser, many expected that the end of his marriage to Annie Macaulay and the beginning of a new relationship with Edo State lawmaker Natasha Osawaru would see him clean up his image and career. Unfortunately, it got so bad that fans began looking for the L in the legend everyone had known him to be. There were so many unguarded statements and disorganized PR that people began to wonder what his management was doing. Some people took the liberty of blaming his estranged wife, while others blamed the new woman in his life, claiming his reputation had never been this bad, even while he was with Annie. The singer's family is also treating him like a fragile egg, not holding him responsible for his recent mistakes, but instead blaming the new woman in his life. His younger brother, Charles, came out to praise Tubaba, describing him as a peaceful, kind-hearted man who avoids conflict and often sacrifices his own comfort to keep others happy. He compared him to a modern-day Jesus, saying Tubaba silently endures being painted as the villain just to protect those causing him pain. Sadly, history shows that this has always been the pattern with the Idibia family. So, what are the other times they blamed the women in Tubaba's life for his mistakes?
What's good, guys? It's Tico here for African Glitz.
Charles Idibia blamed Annie in 2021. When Tubaba got married to Annie Macaulay in 2012, many were glad that he was finally off the street. For almost 9 years, the singer kept a squeaky clean image in the media, so much so that everyone started to doubt his womanizing history. Well, until September 2021, when Annie called him out over a suspicious relationship with one of his baby mamas, Pero Adeniyi. The mother of two also accused her family of not loving and caring for her since she got married. According to the reality TV star, the larger Idibia family were frustrating her in the marriage. A few weeks later, a leaked audio surfaced where Annie threatened fire and brimstone. Annie lamented that Tubaba was using his children with Pero as an excuse to have extramarital affairs with her. The young, famous and African star sounded exasperated that people began to drag Tubaba on social.
My husband told me he had a shoot today, only for him to pack his things and his stupid cousin Frankie helped me plan it. His family does not love me. They hate me. They've been giving me hell for 10 fucking years. Today, my husband packed his things. He lied to me that he was going to shoot. But my husband is on his way to America, planned by himself, FL Moribe and Frankie. All of this behind my back. I don't deserve this. I don't. I know this is not your business. But I can't call any member of his family. I can't even call his manager. He will not take my call.
His brother, Charles Idibia, however, came to his rescue immediately, blaming Annie for her marital woes and for being obsessed with her husband's relationship with Pero. The younger Idibia, in an Instagram post on September 2021, insisted that Annie married into a peaceful family, so she began to think they were fools. Charles acknowledged that Tubaba has a major flaw but chided Annie for choosing a social media meltdown over other options for resolution. Besides her social media call-out, Charles accused the actress of being violent. Your husband has his wahala, but is that going to be your solution to this complicated solution life has thrown at you? Is it when you stab him in the chest while he sleeps over a call from Pero demanding he speaks to his kids in the middle of the night due to the time difference from the US? He wrote. He also recalled situations where Annie locked all the doors to the house in Lagos and asked their house help to send the keys to her in South Africa to prevent her mother-in-law from gaining entrance. Charles added that Annie's response to Tubaba's actions has made the singer very unhappy and he is dying slowly before their very eyes. You better finish what you started this night because maybe, just maybe, the public might just help us all. You know he's dying slowly. Never seen a man so unhappy in real life. But we all maintain peace that has never existed from day one. F that shit, I'm done, he added. Charles also challenged his brother's wife to bring out evidence that his family had never given her peace of mind. The Idibia family never gave you peace, you see. Please bring out all the wrong we did to you and post on your page, please. Because I have a lot to say and I'm going to say it regardless, he wrote. Of course, Annie fired back, claiming Charles was cooking lies against her, yet living under a roof. Annie dared him to mention all the good things she has done for him and his family, alongside the bad. You know, just for balance. Tubaba later released a statement asking the public and his brother to back off from his marital issues. Annie equally apologized to Tubaba and his family, but the reality TV star never really got over the singer's philandering streak. During the first season of Netflix original reality TV series Young, Famous and African in March 2022, the mother of two brought it up once again. Annie said she had been subjected to many humiliations and embarrassment and often questioned why her husband made the same mistake several times. 5 months later, in August of 2022, Tuface made an impromptu apology to his wife and family. Last, this is no stunt. I'm sorry for all the embarrassment I've caused my wife, my kids, my mother, all our families and my management team. I simply just don't want to be the one who always apologizes. I've been a shitty father, a shitty husband and a shitty baby daddy. I have no excuses. I just want to do right by my wife and my kids and their moms and my mom and all families and my manager and friends, he wrote. This post, which marked the first ever public apology Tubaba will ever tender, also saw him denounce his role model status. I just want to go back to my default settings and denounce my role model status and make up lost time with my kids and give you all music that will make you remember and understand why they call me Tubaba, he added. While we were wondering what triggered the apology, rumors began to fly that he had impregnated an unnamed banker. His manager, Ifeoma Morigbe, however, claimed the reports were untrue and Tubaba's apology is exactly what was explicitly spelled out in the same post. The pressure of almost a quarter of a century of superstardom and a wish to focus on making music without the burden of high expectations of a role model. We think something terrible went down, but we just can't put our finger on it. Rose Idibia accused Honorable Natasha Osawaru. Just after Tubaba announced the end of his marriage to Annie Macaulay in January 2025, he started showing off the new woman in his life, declaring love and even marriage. To our surprise, his family weren't too happy about this development. Perhaps Annie is the devil they know, and the Edo lawmaker Natasha Osawaru is the devil they don't know, or for some reason they don't approve, especially the singer's mother, Rose Idibia. In the early hours of Valentine's Day 2025, Mrs. Idibia made a video begging Natasha to free her son from the spell she cast on him. The singer's mother refused to believe her son had made this choice, claiming he wasn't in his right sense and accused Natasha of influencing her son's recent actions with juju.
My name is Mrs. Rose Idibia. This message is for Miss Natasha Osawaru of Edo State. I'm calling on all mothers in Nigeria to help me beg her to release or to free my son. My son is going through a divorce process and he's clearly not in his right sense. I know my son, this is not him. Please, Natasha, the bead you put on his hand and on his neck, remove them and free him.
Indeed, at the time, fans began to express worry. Tubaba and Natasha often appeared high in the videos they made together. The videos, which lacked proper PR coordination, also made the legendary star seem ordinary, impacting the image he has built over the years. It seemed like the singer was making a rash decision. But then again, he is 49 years old and old enough to make his choice and live with the consequences. Tuface ignored his mother and was seen all over Benin enjoying the company of his new African queen. This only got his mother and the rest of the family worked up so much that he called on the State Security Service (SSS) to intervene. In a public statement, they claimed Tubaba was missing and had abandoned his music career and home in Lagos. We all know how that panned out with jokes on the internet. On the other hand, some blamed the singer's mother for coddling him like a baby instead of holding him accountable for making adult choices. A few months later, Tubaba and his new partner visited his mother, who looked calm and happy to see them. and just like that, she forgave her son. Charles Idibia accused and called out Natasha. Just when we thought we had seen it all, on July 2nd, 2025, Nigerians were shocked as Tubaba's family once again shifted blame to Natasha. This happened after the African Queen hitmaker joined a podcast hosted by Nedu Wazobia and argued that men are not biologically wired to remain committed to one woman.
I will talk for my own self. I don't go talk about what man are they built to just sexually
deal with one woman. A man is not built to be
heart
one
and
woman.
love. If you give
Calm down.
Heart, love, respect, and say, oh, this person is my person. You fit. But sexually, it's impossible for man.
As we all know, this is not the first time the legendary musician has made such comments. During an episode of Young, Famous and African Season 2, Tubaba shared this very sentiment in front of Annie and her co-stars, causing her deep embarrassment.
I'm only gonna make love to who I love. I could my man mutually. Yeah, but actually that goes like it or not, men are wired like that. A man would love a woman to hell.
100%.
But maybe he's somewhere. His dick will just decide something.
No, he's mine, not his dick. It's not his dick.
But guess what? The former Kenny's music star was unperturbed and didn't render an apology. Less than 24 hours after his interview on Mzansi 234 aired, Tubaba shockingly made a public apology. The music superstar admitted that he effed up with what he had said.
I really said, I know I'm going to pay cancel. I'm going to pay the price, heavy price. I'm going to face the consequences. You know, I said what I said. I don't know whether I want make people understand my understanding. And I didn't say appropriately. I don't. There's no excuse for me. You know, I own up to that. I own up to the fact that I fucked about what I said. I hurt somebody, my parents, millions of people that look up to me, millions of people that hold me in high esteem. You know, like friends and people that know me, they know that this is not me. One thing I know for sure is I'm sorry to my wife, the love of my life, Natasha. She's amazing. She's amazing. She's wonderful, smart. You know, I'm so sorry. And also to my kids, man.
However, the singer's younger brother, Charles, believes the apology was not made freely. In a post he made on Instagram, he showered his brother with praise, but claimed Natasha was coercing the talented songwriter into silence and submission. In the lengthy post, the younger Idibia pleaded with Tubaba to recognize the situation he's in as a dangerous trap. "You have been captured, taken from the frying pan and dropped straight into an industrial furnace," Charles wrote. "It's never a crime to walk away and save yourself, but you haven't walked away. You have been caged." Charles claimed Natasha broke into the singer's phone to announce a divorce on his behalf, posted a picture of herself on his social media page, and begged Nigerians to ask Tubaba to marry her, all while he was asleep. Charles also accused Natasha of infiltrating every aspect of Tubaba's personal and professional life, from tampering with his messages and meddling in his career. "A girlfriend who breaks into your phone, announces your divorce on your behalf, deletes your messages and replies pretending to be you? That is not love. That is obsession," he claimed. He also accused her of sabotaging business trips, spreading lies, creating chaos and adopting the singer's surname while telling strangers she was his wife, despite him still being legally married. The younger Idibia also implied that Tubaba's decision to align with the new management team was not of his doing, but Natasha's. "She convinced you to abandon your team in Lagos and move to Abuja, just so you could become a trophy. She is using your name while claiming your identity as if she's your wife, even though you are still legally married. Describing her behavior as manipulative, Charles added that Natasha forced Tubaba to take accountability for a personal opinion he shared on the recent podcast interview. A woman who makes you eat your words from a podcast just because you didn't say her name the way she wanted? That's not a partner. That's a fan gone rogue. A cancer in disguise. In his closing plea, Charles told his brother to take time away from the spotlight. Please, take a break. Not for fame, not for music, but for you. For your kids, for your soul. Log off, disconnect, breathe. You are a brilliant chess player. This is the moment to pause the game and step outside the board. With a note of finality, the younger Idibia warned, "You are living in an episode of those crime docu-series you enjoy. Only this time you are the one in danger and it's real." Interestingly, Charles Idibia's public letter to his brother sparked a mixed reaction on social media. Some people already suspect that Natasha is controlling and has Tubaba wrapped around her fingers. Another set of people argued it's a sign that the singer is finally evolving into a better version of himself thanks to Natasha. They do not see anything wrong with Tubaba apologizing over a statement that was disrespectful to the new woman in his life. That Natasha was seemingly behind the apology speaks volume that she is not going to take the kind of treatment he gave his estranged wife, Annie. They think this relationship is an opportunity for the singer to experience real growth for the first time. Others asked why the Idibia family are cuddling Tubaba and blaming the women in his life for his bad behavior instead of encouraging him to do better. Do you think Natasha is indeed controlling and behind the 49-year-old singer's new management team and recent public apology? Is this a sign that she is good for him, or is this a toxic relationship? Finally, should we expect to see a more responsible Tubaba now that he is with Natasha? Well, we'll throw these multi-million-dollar questions to you guys.
Let's head to the comment section to share our opinion. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share with your loved ones. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you can be notified when we drop a new video. Thanks for watching. It's Tikkud here, and I'll see you again soon.